All right, guys. So I decided to, after this practice session, to race the ghost 9-ball Barbox, race to 5. Um, yeah, I just kept the camera rolling and figured I'd see if I can beat the ghost. If you don't know what that is, you're basically playing someone who cannot miss. So you break and you get ball in hand off the break. If you don't scratch, if you do scratch, you lose. And then after the break, ball in hand, and you got to run out. And if you don't run out, you lose the rack. And that was terrible. I remember being disgusted with that. That was an awful break. Hopefully they don't get much worse than that. But yeah, you just you got to run out. If you do, you get the point. If you don't, the ghost gets the point, and then race to 5. It's a good way of sort of measuring where your current skill level is at. Maybe a longer race would be better. I only had enough time to barely finish this race to 5 here because they had to close. You'll see. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm trying to get back to the bottom side of this table for the 6. If I remember correctly, it didn't go anywhere, but that corner pocket and the 9 is on the path to break out. Looks like I'm going to break it out. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know why I don't remember this rack. This just happened. Oh, I remember this. So this table has these pocket liners that just like come up so much out of the pocket, and it made me jack up like maybe 10 degrees more than I wanted to, and I just got really upset about that. This is a valley table. I'm used to playing on diamonds and valleys, but on valley tables, jacking up I think is harder because you have more in the way. When you have that diamond table where the pocket liner is really flush to the table, it makes shooting over the pockets so much easier, and you can rest your cue on the pocket and not really worry too much. All right, so that's 1 down. All right, let's see if I can break a little better this time and not absolutely run the cue ball everywhere. Nope, still did it. Why was I breaking so bad? Oh, I'm clearly upset. Yeah, I feel like breaking is one of the things I do better than my actual shooting level. I think I play some safeties better than I shoot, and I break better than I shoot. I went for the breakout there because the 4 couldn't go to any pocket. So. Okay, a little short side position. Okay, so I have to shoot the combo, and then... Oh, I remember this. Okay, so there is a little angle between the 4 and the 5, but I think I can hold it enough to just shoot this cue ball straight. Pretty sure. Yeah. And the rest is pretty simple. As long as I didn't have too much angle on the 7, I was pretty confident I could run this out. Oh, and I did get angle. Too much angle, I think, for my comfortability. I think I had to roll past the 9 instead of stun it out. Yeah, roll past the 9 and use inside to kill it. I think I just bumped the 9 too. So that was kind of a lucky break there. All right, please tell me I actually break better this time. And I'm not just absolutely embarrassing myself. Okay, that was better. Still lost the cue ball a bit, but not bad. What I noticed was if I shot, I remember this table. If I shot the break shot with a level cue, the wing ball wasn't going in. It was always going high. And if I moved, I wasn't comfortable moving the cue ball closer to the middle of the table. I wanted to keep it towards the side, and I didn't want to use the rail bridge because of the valley table sort of getting in the way a little bit of that. And so I elevated it a little bit and just did a pop break. And the pop break every time got that wing ball in. I know I'm shooting with a template rack. Ooh, I got out of position there. That was not good. I think I just wanted to roll like a half a diamond less than that. That was... Yep, and overcut it. Paid the consequence. Paid the price. So it looks like I got 2 and the ghost got 1. See, I'm still elevating a little bit on this. Yeah, and that wing ball goes in. I still lost the cue ball. I can't believe my breaks right now. And the 5-6 got tied up. And it looks like, is that the 2 and the 7, or the 4 and the 7 got tied up? I think it's a 4. Yeah. That was not a square hit. Probably why it didn't spread how it probably should have. So I'm trying to figure out how to get to the other side of that 5. Oh no, that is the 2. That's not the 4. Oh, I remember. Okay. I wanted to get a back cut on the 2 so I could break out the 6 and the 5, and then I just overcut it. And I made a kind of weird elevated bank shot. Okay. I'm not sure if that was... That might have been a foul. Well, there you go, folks. Pay attention. Okay, drew back past the 5 so I could cut it. I don't think it goes to the corner. Oh, I'm trying the combo. Dang. What a tough rack. Yeah, and overcut the combo. Okay. So, 2-2. Me too, ghost 2. That just goes to show that the break shot is really important, guys. Like, hitting it square and getting a good spread is pretty key. There you go. Now we're talking. That's a good break. See, look at those balls are just spread out better. The 8 and 9 are a little tricky, and maybe going from the 3 to the 4 is difficult. But, you know, that just has to do with how the rack laid out, the pattern of the rack. In general, it looks pretty open. Okay, I wanted a little bit of angle to get past the 9 down here to shoot the 3 and get an angle on the 3 to get back up table for the 4. Yep, like this. Oh, I remember the shot. Okay, so I'm trying to get the cue ball down towards the second diamond on the bottom rail, the long rail, and go 2 rails to the other side of the 4 and shoot the 4 in the bottom left corner. And I'm pretty sure I either overcut it or the pocket gets in the way, something like that. I cut it good. Okay, but the corner of the pocket got in the way. I didn't put enough either draw or right spin to get to the second diamond. I got closer to the first diamond, and that got me in trouble. I got lucky, though. I got a good roll. Here, I think I'm on the wrong side of the 5. I wanted to be below maybe a ball more to the left of the table to come above the 6. So instead, I just shoot a stun shot so I can shoot the 6 in the same side pocket. Rolling up onto the 8. Here, I think the angle just looks like straight follow. Follow into the rail and back out. That seems pretty natural. Yeah. Cool. So, Nate 3, Ghost 2. Oh, you know what? And at this time, the lady working the front needs to close out. And so I'm good to run like a couple more racks, but I gotta go, which means I can't lose. Like, I have enough time to maybe run a rack or 2. So now it's a bit of pressure is on, which is always nice. Boom. Good hit. Again, ball's opening up. That 1 is consistently coming down to the end rail where I'm breaking from. Somewhere between the end rail and the first diamond towards the middle of the table every time. So that means that the template rack is doing its job, because I don't think I'm hitting it that great right now. That was a good break, but most of my breaks have not been that good. So I'm going to go 1 rail towards, naturally towards the angle of the 2, the shooting line of the 2. Can't tell how straight this is. I'll either stop this or roll forward. Yeah, rolling forward. Because I want that angle to get back towards the middle of the table for the 5. I don't want to be too straight on the 5, because if I'm straight, then that means I can't cross the table to get to the other side of the table for the 6. Basically, where the ball is now, that's probably ideal position for the 6, but it'll probably be further back on the table. Yeah, because of the side pocket. Those side pockets are scary on those shots, man. Niels Fine has a great drill called the yo-yo drill, and it gets you much more comfortable shooting those shots when you need to cross over that middle pocket. So go check his stuff out. I think it's some of the best pool content in the world, because he just executes so well and he describes what he's doing so perfectly. Okay, 1 more 9-ball for a 4-2 lead on the Ghost. And I likely have just enough time for 1 more rack, so this means I got to get it done. And so I'm lining up this break shot, and I'm really hoping for a really nice break. And look at that 9 go straight into the side pocket. Feels like cheating a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to take my luck where I can get it. Yeah, so Nate 5, Ghost 2. I had a couple problems there. Overran position on that 4-ball in that 1 rack. Had a couple clusters to deal with that other rack due to a poor break. I think I know what I got to work on. I've been hitting pretty much pure center ball recently, just with high and low spin, no side spin, as little side spin as possible, and my pocketing has just gotten much better. So if any of you guys want tips on shooting right now from me, it is pocketing with center ball. Try not to use too much side spin, and when you do, just be careful with it. You never really need much. Okay, I think that's it for this.